Hey, wait, stay with me for a second. What you're about to see might change how you look at everything. I've been working on something a little different, something that surprised even me. I can't tell you what it is just yet, but I promise you've never seen me like this before. By the end, you'll either love it or seriously question what just happened. Either way, it'll be worth your time, I promise. Ready for a little chaos, a little truth, a little maybe something unexpected? Well, not today, because we are in Oasis Springs and we're building a house in Sims 4. This is a Sunday for me, so welcome in. Hi, my name's Clayton. This is Sticky Sims, my Sims channel where I like to build and play The Sims, so sorry for the ridiculous intro. Just thought I'd change things up for you guys. I'm trying to go for the things that I've, never done before. I don't know. I guess I really just wanted to make my own little single dad's home. But I also wanted to kind of, I guess, take a nod towards like a Spanish mission type structure, building, home. My thought is it's a single dad, recently single, kind of divorced. Son decided to go live with him, because he was just done with the high school that he was at. Where they were moving to, he actually was kind of, quote unquote, talking to somebody. So as a teen, he was oddly really on board for moving. Mom is still back in Willow Creek, more on her later. Dad is kind of a art teacher, free-spirited type of guy. Hang on, let me see if I got a picture of it. You guys are probably watching this thinking, like, who is this dad he speaks of? Ta-da! This is Jeff Williams. He is a self-assured, cringy art lover who was the high school art teacher at the high school in Willow Creek. Now, he is the master mentor aspiration, so he gets the quick learner trait with that. He likes cottagecore music and painting, but he hates arguing. And to be honest with you guys, I'm not going to go too in detail on this drama, but him not liking arguing was one of the things that pushed us into this living situation. But anywho, here is Darren Williams, a teen. He is the son of Jeff Williams. He is a romantic dance machine. So I gave him the drama llama aspiration, so he gets the relatable trait. So he's gonna make friends quickly everywhere. So see how He's excited about a new high school, making new friends. He likes flirting, dancing, and fitness, and he hates cottagecore music. So, as you can imagine, he is not typically home when Dad is painting, since Dad is usually, painting with his cottagecore music that he loves so much. And of course, I cannot forget, the cat distribution system works fast. Here is Jerry. Ta-da! Yep, and he's orange. He's an orange cat. We love him. He is aloof, friendly, and talkative. So, he's the kind of cat that greets you at the door. The kind of cat that you appreciate the quiet in the house when he's taking a nap. But a sweet boy. A sweet, sweet boy. And he's cute. He actually moved in with them when they were renting in Newcrest. It was a really bad landlord situation, so this house was, a godsend. Okay, let me reel myself back in. Back. We'll recenter. We are here to build on Raffia Quinta in Oasis Springs, Clayton. I've talked about this before, but sometimes I will go to the poorly degrading Pinterest site lately. It's just been full of a lot of generative AI, it seems. But anyways, I found this picture. And I did my best. I think I hate saying that sometimes, but I did. I put my best foot forward. Yeah. I do this thing where I'll let myself refer to the picture, or the reference, or the inspo picture for a maximum of 30 minutes, and then once the 30 minutes is up, it's on me and the creative juices and a Dr. Pepper and a prayer. So at this point in the build, we are working on the landscaping. I knew that I wanted to include enough landscaping to still give it, curb appeal and for it to be cute, but I also knew that we're in Oasis Springs, and it isn't necessarily going to call for like a super lush environment, but now that I say that, there is some beautiful part of being able to use cypress trees and palm trees in like the same lot with a little bit of like maybe, I don't know, the desert flowers and I don't know, the clay rocks. It's interesting. It's vibrant. It's perfect. It's beautiful. It looks like Linda Evangelista. So because it's beautiful there, of course, I want to do a vaulted ceiling in the living room with a very, very large window and view out to the beautiful world out there. I definitely used a lot of windows. I do have a tendency to use the hell out of that live edit bush, the hedge. It's just, it's so cute, but it also looks so like realistic at the same time. I don't know, I love it. And like, honestly, now that I'm looking at it too, I've never really built on this lot before, and it's so cute with the little backyard with the little like groupings of the the flowers and there's a little bench back there too. How cute. Oh, I love this lot. A little later on, I'm looking at the build and I end up feeling like that purple color was just a little too, it clashed a little too much with the roof, and the decision made for the roof was a hard one. I say that, but there's like 3 or 4 different types of like terracotta type roofs, and sometimes you're just going for a different vibe. I do want to say though, while I'm thinking about it, the lighting in this game really needs to it needs more appreciation. It needs snaps, y'all. I made sure to build this in the afternoon. And then as I'm putting together different roof pieces and such, I was like, this worked out really nicely that this little balcony and like back patio area ends up in the shade. It's perfect. It's not exactly like The Sims 4 gives us a compass so that we know which way is east and west and which, where the sun's going to rise and set. Like, I guess I wish instead of it being like the click to get to like the 4 different parts of the day, I wish it was like an actual time. Like I could put 12 or 2 and see where the sun is during the day. But I might just be getting a little too meticulous over the lighting, because I should just, like I said, appreciate this great lighting that we're given in this game. I do use shaders and some other lighting mods just to kind of help more of the Sims stick out in the world, if that makes sense. But like, it's still an amazing base lighting to go off of. So anywho, I'm trying to finish up dressing basically the shell and the outside of the house and then start making my way inside. I generally fall into, especially if there's a second story, usually the second story of my builds, if it's a house, it's the bedrooms. Instead of putting in a third bedroom on the first floor or on the ground level, I instead made that into a office space. This is the living room. I kind of went in on the like the oranges, the beiges. I wanted it to feel really warm, and I also wanted it to kind of follow a certain what is the word I'm looking for? Still kind of have that, art teacher vibe, but a little bohemian, kind of from Willow Creek / New Orleans type area, but without a doubt really likes the color orange. So yeah, that's our boy Jeff. Just don't start an argument with him, because he will walk away. But anywho, I'm starting on this office here. I thought it would be a cute little like walk through kind of situation where I use 2 sets of French doors eventually. I also don't know why it took me so long to just pull it out like that, like I just did. I recently got the sleep bathroom kit, so I knew that I wanted to make sure that I had room for all of the pieces of this really stunning bathroom kit. Now, it feels awkward saying this, but this house technically has 3 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms, but like I said, the office space very easily could have been another, like, I don't know, guest bedroom, kids room. I don't know. Now I'm rewatching it, I really wish that I would have turned off the grid. It always drives me a little crazy sometimes when I'm trying to build, or when I'm furnishing inside. But I should also take that back, because the grid also kind of helps you gauge when you're building where Sims can actually walk and where they can actually get to. I have found that generally though, if you leave about half or more of like a tile space, they usually can walk there. Not perfectly, right? There are so many things that can go wrong, that can get in the way if you've ever built in The Sims, but Here's the cute little bathroom. I actually, instead of using that like amoeba size mirror, I thought that this one here from the shoot, what pack is that? Oh, I can't remember. With all of the strips and them being a different, I just thought that was so sleek. I thought that fit. I also love using mirrors to expand a space, if that makes sense. Like, sometimes just doing a wall of mirrors, it doubles the size of the room. At least the illusion of doubling the size of the room. Yeah. I really was trying my hardest to find a like orange-ish, brownish type kitchen, but y'all, I just wasn't feeling it. There's something about a dark kitchen that I romanticize, I guess, in my head, because the reality of it, I would much prefer a kitchen where everything is white, which I know everybody's like, oh, white, it gets dirty really easily, and that is exactly why I like it. If something is dirty in a white kitchen, it sticks out and it's really easy to clean. And I'm not like necessarily a neat freak, but I do, from working in food service and such, I know how important it is to really just keep the kitchen clean. There's so many other things that can stem from that if you're not keeping your kitchen clean. So Clayton says, go clean your kitchen. You deserve a clean kitchen. I figured since it's two guys, every once in a while they have the boys over to watch the game or something. So we put one of those, frame TVs here in the kitchen and dining area, because Dad is an art lover. So it's nice to not have that eyesore of just, a big black box on the wall. It just serves a dual purpose. You can also turn the game on, the news, whatever, American Idol, do your thing. Being that the two guys just recently moved here, I didn't really have pictures of them to include in my little jellyfish looking get-ups of the frames in the living room, and I did use some of the kitchen clutter pack. It was a kit, I think, that we just got recently. I did use some of that in the kitchen, but I also didn't want to go overboard because the kitchen's really not going to be that cluttered if they just recently moved in, Gotta stay true to the lore. So I'm, furnishing this little back patio dining area, and I really just kind of wanted it to be an easy place to entertain, but also a fairly like open space in a way. I guess I shouldn't say open space, but everywhere that you sit, basically, in like the bottom half of the house, there is a way to see out of a window. Technically, in the bathroom, those little, I don't think they actually open, but if they were real, they would, with the shutters, if you wanted to, open the window while you're taking a bath or something. Alright, so we're making our way upstairs into the bedrooms. We're starting over here with the little bedroom and bathroom for Darren. To save space, I only did the bathtub downstairs, and upstairs I just stuck with a good little one tile shower. Now, Darren's room is going to be very, very put together for a teen boy's room for two reasons. His mom, growing up, always told him that if he really wanted to impress a girl, one of the best things that he could do is invite her into a clean, put-together room. So he really kind of internalized that, and his room is always spick and span, which benefits him because him being the little drama llama self that he is, he also likes to stream and just, it's all for fun and games, right? But for the entertainment and drama of it all, he's picking fights with people online. So his room always stays spick and span, so when he's on cam, everything just looks nice and put together. What's worked out for him is moving into more of like the vlog type content is really working out for him, and it's building him, a stronger following. So that will make things a lot easier when he ends up going to university. I do think if I was going to add anything in this room, I'd probably add a ceiling fan. Just a part of a house that every house that I've lived in, my bedroom always had a ceiling fan. So, there's a little outdoor retreat lamp. I find that I keep going towards outdoor retreat items. It's probably just because my my gameplay videos lately have been in the Granite Falls world. Go get a couple of nice, sleek pictures of art on the wall for them. Throw a little comfy chair, which I've spoken about this before, but chairs just, they also serve as accent tables. Made sure to include a little dream catcher just to kind of remind him of home, where he grew up. Right, we ended up adding a little outdoor seating area right up here. We put this couch up here because the one downstairs was the only one that fit in that spot, and they wanted to make sure that they had enough space to put that table on the patio table downstairs. Throw in another set of French doors to go out. I think that little orb is from the Businesses and Hobbies pack. I thought it was so cute. It's kind of like the 2 bedrooms. It goes up, and then each one has its own little, I don't know, porch light kind of thing. I thought I kind of followed this if I was trying to, you know, be inspired by like a Spanish mission type thing. Maybe this little like cathedral type space when you walk in. At this point in the speed build, I'm kind of wrapping up the last little details, adding some sculptures on top of the roof, little bits and pieces here, do some terrain painting. Full disclosure, I did furnish Dad's room. The bathroom's the same, but I kind of forgot to record, sorry. But anywho, I'm gonna quit yapping. Y'all be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you're waiting for more, and tell your mama and them ask how she's doing. Y'all have a beautiful week now. Love you, bye!